When starting a store, you want a name for the store that's going to catch people's attention, but you should probably think a little bit about it. We have a guy in India who definitely didn't. And so this is occurring in the western state of Gujarat in India. A man who started a Western menswear store, which I didn't know was popular in India. This is 10 days ago he opened it in Aminabad, actually, I think. And he named it Hitler.
That's it.
Just Hitler.
Just Hitler. But just to be fair to him, he says that he didn't know who Hitler was, and that swastika sign is just a coinkydink.
Yeah, that's a possibility. He could have put a smiley face, could have put a swastika. Let's give him the benefit.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, exactly. No, so he says he did not know. Specifically, we've got actually a great quote. I didn't know how much the name would disturb people. It was only when the store opened I learned Hitler had killed 6 million people. Idiot. Now there's a local community.
Is that even possible? Like, does anybody believe that at all?
There's probably.
I believe it, and here's why I believe it. Because why would any sane person name his store Hitler? You would drive away all potential customers. I mean, unless you're going for the neo-Nazi customer base. I mean, how many of those can there be? But why would anyone do that? It just seems like such a bad idea. I almost believe it. Like, I want to believe him.
He says that he thought
crazy.
Hitler just meant a strict man. That's how he had heard it. A couple of contextual facts. There is a tiny Jewish community in that city, so you should bear that in mind. Obviously, they have a problem with this. But also, a Mumbai restaurant 6 years ago called his cafe Hitler's Cross. And Mein Kampf is actually still a bestseller in India. So that's interesting contextual facts, I think.
What is happening?
I mean, I think it sells pretty well worldwide because it's a controversial book. That
Right.
doesn't mean that they're all racists or anything like that. But he says he is willing to change it now that he knows it's offensive, but I will change it, the name, if people want to compensate me for the money we've spent on the logo, the hoarding, the business cards, the brand. And he says that it's going to cost 150,000 rupees, which is basically equivalent to $2,700.
I need to know more about the area he lives in. If he's in a rural area where, education is difficult to come by.
It's in a city.
No, I don't. I'm not buying it. I'm not
Okay,
buying
you know what?
it.
I changed my mind. He knows.
Yeah, he totally knows.
And he thought somehow that would help his business. And then he realized, wait a second, it might hurt my business. So let me see how this impacts my business, and I'll change accordingly. That's really his position.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And don't get it mixed up. We're not saying there's something wrong with India or Gujarat specifically. The community is fighting back against this, so we give them all the credit in the world.
Absolutely.